Alright, it seems that I'm finally here. Sorry for being late, chat. But it is what it is. When you're a daddy, when you get someone that you can actually ask who's your daddy, sometimes you're going to be late to things. And today, I actually noticed something upsetting. Aydin Paladin, which is not someone that I agree with politically all the time, but she is a content creator from my generation. I think I can call it that, right? And her channel was demonetized. So I decided to make this in order to raise awareness, right? Like, you guys now know that this happened, so if you haven't watched her, you know, she needs help. But she's also been demoralized. We're going to talk about that as well. And so the first thing is to figure out what actually happened, and secondly to discuss what may have caused it. Give me a second so I can... Okay, right now I'm back. As we go on Twitter, we can notice that Sargon is actually trying to help out. He posted this. It's like, I have 2 full videos researched and scripted. I am working on editing them, but I am frankly afraid to upload anything because I'm worried that any upload will cause my main channel to be demonetized. I was recently sent evidence that my main channel is currently being flagged. Even if the flaggers don't win, YouTube's insane AI moderation that thinks everything else is AI might just hit my monetization on my main anyway. What a great ecosystem. And Sargon is basically pointing out that, like, many creators are now living in fear of an automated response destroying their livelihoods. We play by the rules and don't deserve to be treated this way. So there are a couple of questions here. Like, why did she get demonetized and what exactly did she do? Well, most of the YouTube's TOS, most of the TOS that is broken, usually comes attached with an actual minute and timeline where you did something wrong. So for example, if you speech that hate, they will show you, like, in this video at minute 4 and 53 seconds, you used a slur. You said this guy is retarded. So you are a violator, and this is why your video was taken down. They're very clear about these things, with a couple of exceptions. And one of those exceptions is repetitive content. This is kind of like when the audience tells you that you're boring, right? It's very vague. Now, what does repetitive content mean and why does it exist? It actually makes sense. The idea is that YouTube wants videos that have some form of transformative work. Like, they do not want lazy videos that people can just upload because it clogs their servers. Right, so, like, they don't prevent you from, like, uploading the same video a million times. Although, no, actually, that may be spam. But they don't, like, prevent you uploading garbage. The thing is, like, if you upload garbage constantly, they're not going to pay you for it because you're clogging their servers. And so, what does repetitive content mean? Because making a live stream where you have people talking, that's not repetitive content because many live streams are monetized. Repetitive content means if you're making a short, for example, and you're only adding like 6 seconds of your content, and then the rest of the short is just stolen from another person and you re-upload it, well, if you do that consistently, that's bad, right? Because you're not adding anything transformative. Clip channels are interesting. Clip channels can actually exist, monetized, but you need some form of editing. You need to cut the video at a specific time. You need to add some subtitles. You need to add some sort of editing. If you don't, it's bad. If you have a channel where you just read newspapers and do nothing else, you just, like, read them with a bland voice, that's bad. If you have a channel where you do react videos, but don't react, you know, like the Hassan Piker empty microphone thing, that's bad. And so, like, as you can see, there's a whole array of things that YouTube can strike you with demonetization for reusable content. But it doesn't really tell you, like, which videos you've done wrong. It pretty much just makes the accusation, and then you have, like, 30 days in order to figure out, like, clean up your channel from the bad videos, destroy your entire your entire algorithm system, right? Because like when you delete videos, it's really bad for YouTube's algorithm promoting your videos. And so you're placed in a conundrum. It's really problematic. Okay, now YouTube, in my opinion, is using the reusable content thing in order to crack down on channels that they don't like. And what I mean by this, if you talk about certain topics, they will not punish you for talking about those certain topics and doing the Streisand effect. No, they will hit your channel and claim, well, you know, it's boring videos. We're not going to monetize that. And it's interesting because like they hit you with demonetization, which means that you're not being censored, right? So like people are going to say, oh my goodness, you shut down their channel. But your videos are going to plummet in the algorithm because the algorithm promotes videos that are monetized. Like it makes business financial sense, right? Like YouTube makes money from ads and they will promote videos that have ads. And so, the thing is, I don't think it's because of Aydin Paladin's videos, like format, right? Like there are other podcasts that do literally what she does and they are monetized. What I think it is that she talks a lot about the Jews, the Jewish people. She talks a lot about Israel. Like her entire podcast, I don't think like there is one episode where she doesn't talk against Mr. Trump and talking about the Jews, how the Jews puppeteer the entire Earth ecosystem. Every person, every human on life is being controlled by Benjamin Netanyahu. There is no escaping this. It's like in the Matrix. There is no other path, no other way. The Chinese are controlled. The Americans are controlled. History itself is dominated. Now, again, this is her take. At least the vibe that I'm getting. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. This is her take. This type of take is extremely popular on Twitter, right? Like if you go on X, it's extremely popular. On YouTube, not so much. Not a lot of people are disinvolved into talking about Israel. On Twitch, they are. On YouTube, not so much. And so I think this is what caused the problem. I think that her talking points regarding to the nation state of Israel has triggered some sort of algorithmic flag. Whether I'm right or not, I personally do not know, but it is interesting because, again, like her channel is actually one of the few that got struck. And I can't think of any other channel that talks about the Jews as much as she does. Which, again, talking about the Jews is fine unless it's the Jew bull banging Jeremy's wife. Oof. By the way, what did Jeremy talk about that? Like, I never heard his response to the accusation. Like, is he saying it didn't happen, or is he like just friends with him? Huh? By the way, since Jeremy, this is another question that I have. Since Jeremy apparently has found Christianity after 2024, and he is lecturing other people on Twitter about banning pornography, what does he think about the Jewish people? Like, has he tried converting his friend? Has he tried taking his friend to church? Because again, like I understand Christians, they really care about salvation. Like they unironically, they can't sleep at night knowing that another person may burn in hell. And it's their mission from the Lord to spread Christianity. So like my question is, like he's absolutely like trying to stamp out on degeneracy on Twitter. But like, has he approached his Jewish friend and said like, look, have you considered that Jesus is real? Like he died for your sins. Why don't you come with me to church? Why don't we read the Bible together before you fuck my wife? Like, like, am I wrong here? Like, is this not like something consistent? Like, of course, you also crack down on the degenerates on Twitter. Absolutely. Like, I would not stop him from doing that. But after he is done, because, like, you can't crack down on the degenerates on Twitter 24 hours a day. Like, you need a break. So after he is done, like, does his Christian empathetic and compassion not also extend to his friend? And I don't say, like, once asking him, like, no, you need to be consistent, just like you're cracking down on degeneracy consistently, right? Like, the Great Commission from the Lord would require him to also, like, nag his friend nonstop, every day. It's like, okay, come on, let's read the Bible. Let me tell you about the Sermon on the Mount. Do you know what Jesus said about the meek? Oh, you love this, right? Anyway. People will care about. Remember, we are still human. Jeremy attends church via Zoom. Don't you fucking... No, that is no fucking way. Dude, is that... Okay, no. Listen. You're taking the piss, right? You are taking the piss. Did he say that? Does he actually go to church via Zoom? Is that... No, seriously. No, I refuse to believe it. Is that a thing? Who said that? Pedrogo, like, be honest with me, okay? Don't lie to me, because you can gaslight me very easily. I don't know. So, like, if you lie to me, I may end up believing you. Does he actually go to church via Zoom? Chat, I'm waiting to see. You can't receive the Eucharist through Zoom. That is correct. But, like, I assume, like, he goes when, like, he needs to receive the Eucharist. Get the fuck out. Did he say this? Like, is it something that he admitted? Like, I watched Zoom. How do you take communion? Well, I assume, like, when you take communion, you physically go there. Right? There is also, like, this thing where you can call a priest. I don't know if you can do this in the Protestant tradition or whatever, like, heresy he believes in. But in the Orthodox true faith, if you're, for example, a lady that cannot go to church, like you're physically ill, right? Like you're physically incapable, you're on a hospital bed, then a priest can come to you to give you the Eucharist. So you can actually do it that way, right? Like if you're genuinely unable to move to... by the way, This is what I think about the church. Again, as an atheist that lived with a very Christian grandmother. The church is not just about listening to the sermon. The church is about communion. Like you're going in a place with other Christians. And it's like the fact that you get to talk and speak with other Christians. Like that's the whole thing. It's a community event. If you watch it through Zoom, it's almost like you don't want to be next to other Christians. Like it's kind of weird. Like, do you find other Christians to be insufferable, Jeremy? Like, why do you not go there and hang around with them? Are you afraid that they judge you and you're supposed to be the one doing the judging? Huh? Like, you don't want to be next to other people that judge. The Lutherans will do house calls. Yeah, but like, again, like the house call is not for like the type of people that are healthy and can still walk. Like last time I looked at Jeremy, he can do that just fine. It's for old people, right? The sick, the dying. Like if you got tuberculosis and you're on dying bed, you get to call a priest in order to give you the last rites and the communion. My aunt does Zoom churches when she is sick. Yeah, but like, again, if you're sick, I understand it, right? Like if you're an old person, you're stuck in bed, you can't, like you're immobile, you can't move your ass to go to church. Yeah, no, that's understandable. But like, if you're a healthy person, just move your ass and go to fucking church. Like, what the fuck? You got a car. You got a fucking car. Like, you don't even have to go that far. Yeah, 2020 never ended for him. Man, it's... Do you even get, like, the same level of gravitas? Because, like, that's another thing. Like, I already told you guys, you know, I shared with you when I decided to allow my wife to baptize our son. Like, the thing that moved me was, like, the church, the songs, but also the smell, the incense. Right? Like, the beautiful iconography, the majesty of it all. Like that genuinely, you know, affected me. And I don't think like that would be possible to transmit through a Zoom call. It's like you're just sitting there and it's like watching a movie. I mean, it's great, you know, but I assume like being inside the Sistine Chapel is a lot better than just like seeing the Sistine Chapel through a computer screen. Whatever, you know, it is what it is. Hey V, no idea about that fake British church, but you can call a priest in the Catholic Church too. By the way, haven't stepped in a church since I transitioned. I don't think they would stop you. Like, if you're a trans person and you go to church, I think it's fine. They probably won't make you a priest, though. Like, if you go to Catholic school, they'll probably have a problem with that, but... Anyway, although, I guess, like, with the latest Pope... No, like, the latest Pope is probably okay, not okay with the LGBTs. The previous Pope you may have had more luck with. But anyway, this was an interesting take, right? It's okay to play video games on easy mode. Games are meant to be fun and relaxing. This is a dumb AI take, right? Like, this is the AI, and it's having a retarded take. The one is, like, first of all, it depends who you're talking about. A game journalist is absolutely not okay to play video games on easy mode. Like, a game journalist is supposed to talk about the gameplay, right? Most people are supposed to play it on normal. You're actually supposed to encounter the gameplay mechanics and talk about them. If you're playing a game where the gameplay mechanics don't even fucking matter, you're not playing a game, you're watching a movie. And so you cannot properly write a think piece about a video game if you have the ability to just ignore all the damage. Because, like, that is what easy mode is, right? It's like, nowadays, it's just a way to experience the story. If you're a person that doesn't have reflexes or, you know, like, doesn't care about gameplay and you just want to get the story, you play on easy mode. That's fine if you're a person, but if you're a journalist, which is not a person, you have to play it in a way to experience the mechanics so that you can fucking write about mechanics. The second thing, you know, like, playing games on easy mode. I have no respect for these people. Go watch a fucking movie. You know, like, don't brag about it. No, it's not okay. I definitely, like, as a gamer, I'm telling you, you're not welcomed in my spaces. It's not okay. Why? Because you do not like to be challenged. You're the type of person that's complacent, that likes being lazy, enjoys being lazy, and you're talking about fun and relaxing while doing something mindless. Go do fishing then. Fuck out of here. Like, I'm having fun and I'm relaxing when I play World of Warcraft on hardcore. When I'm on Mythic Challenge, that's fun for me. You know, like, overcoming difficulties, growing as a person, growing as a human being, which was what the leftists keep telling me to do. That is what is fun. Maybe it's not relaxing, but still. No, I definitely, like, no. It's not okay to play games on easy mode unless you're a child. If you're a child, go play on easy. But I'm telling you this, even children. So, there is someone in my wife's family, a cousin. She has a 7-year-old girl. She plays games on normal. And once she finishes on normal, she plays them on hard. Like, even children do not play games on easy. Get the fuck out of here. Honestly, I'm afraid to go. I might get screamed at. You may definitely get the stink eye. It really depends, like, what church you're attending, right? Like, if it's a village church, probably. But if you go, like, in a church like New York or something like that, I don't think so. I don't think so. You should try. You know, and don't dress like, don't dress like it's a ma'am. Let's me put it like that, right? Don't dress like it's a ma'am. Just dress normally. I'm pretty sure it's fine. If you are new to the game genre, I wouldn't be too mean. Yeah, but, like, how many people, like, again, we don't live in the millennial time when we were young and games were just a new thing on the market and it was, like, for the first time you played a strategy game, right? It's like, no, usually most people have played most genres of games. I would say it's okay to play on easy if you're learning. Okay, fine. If you literally, like, never played a Grand 4X strategy game, and you're getting your ass whooped, so you just want to learn the first time, and you play on easy, okay, but even then, just play on fucking normal. Journalists fantasize being on a wheelchair, that is correct. Mario 64 was made in the 90s, and it is made for kids, and it is harder than any AAA Western game. Yeah, I mean, back in the day, when you had the video games that had to fit on a cartridge, they had to make them difficult so that people can spend a lot of time playing them. If you had a video game, like you physically cannot fit a modern video game onto a cartridge. right? So like the entire game, like Mario, for instance, if it was made easy and you had infinite lives, you could pretty much finish it in one sitting. Like you would finish it in 2 or 3 hours. Which is kind of like I've played one of the new Mario games. I did the bad thing. I played one of the new Mario games, and you know what I've noticed? The levels are insanely easy, but there's a lot of levels. Like, you cannot finish the game in 3 or 4 hours. It takes more. I think there's at least 70 or 75 levels in total in the latest Mario game, the one that I played on the Switch. And so, you would never be able to do that. But now because you have, like, so many levels and you have, like, so many features, then, yes, like, they can actually make the game really easy. Lots of games we played as kids didn't even have difficult choices, yeah. The yellow paint thing, look, I'm making a video game, right? You guys know that. It's probably going to come out in the next 3 months or so, if I'm lucky, if everything goes well. We're in beta now. And I swear, like, there are certain things that you would expect people to know. Like, for example, turning on a computer screen, right? You'd expect that people would know to click the mouse there, but no, you need the yellow paint. Unironically, the yellow paint is something that people laugh at, but when you remove it, it's something that people spurg at. I generally, like, don't know why that's the case. I do not understand why people find it so difficult, but, like, hold on, let me see if I can show you guys. I'll show you what I mean. Let me just close down a couple of windows. And you will see, like, I actually had beta testers that had this issue. And so what I had to do was eventually just, like, add a small cutscene where the character is being told what they need to do. So I'll show you in a bit. But right, so here we go, chat. Let me show you something. Okay? I hope you can see it. Wait, I need to make it a little bit smaller, right? Here we go. And so, don't give me the bullshit about the yellow paint, because, like, you need to be a game developer, and you need to, like, try something, and you believe it's like, well, I mean, it's obvious, it's a computer, right? Like, you press the button. No, because no. And the thing is, like, if you ask 10 people, and 9 people figure it out, but 1 person doesn't, well, that is the person that becomes a problem. Like, he will go on the forum, he will give a bad review, he will start bitching and whining, and, oh my goodness, like, the game is so unfair, it's, like, difficult, and so you need to add the yellow paint. It's like, what can we do? Oh, shit, right. So it had audio. I'm sorry. I closed my. Fine. I'm sorry. Apologize. I hope you can hear me now. But basically, what I said when you guys couldn't hear me is that I thought it's obvious, like it's a power button. You just click it, right? And it's like people look at what this guy is saying. I just want you to understand, right, what I was talking about. And what this guy is saying, right? Like, put the power button on it. In other words, he wants the yellow paint. Like, this is what we're discussing. And yes, Anilin, yes, you need the yellow paint. Like, this is where the conversation started. It's like, why is there yellow paint in the video game? Well, it's yellow paint because people do not know and cannot figure out which way to go. And so you add the yellow paint, right? So in your version, put the power button on it. It's literally adding the yellow paint. The on-off symbol. Yes. I think one of the reasons why people have issues figuring these things out is because people are used to being handled to such a degree. Well, I will tell you why. And I actually thought about this a lot, and I reached the conclusion. What people want is not a video game. People want content, right? And so, if people, like back in the day, if a person played a video game and they reached a point where they couldn't figure it out, they would keep playing, right? Like they would keep playing until they managed to get it through, and then they would tell their friends, and it was like an interesting community thing. What do people do now? If they play a video game and they can't get past a certain level, they alt-tab, and then they play another game, or they go on Discord and they do something else. And they forget about the game, and they press Alt F4. Game developers hate this, right? And so, like, in order to make sure that people keep playing, they make the game accessible. And so this is where the problem is the accessibility. Speaking of, do you guys know that the Wukong game actually flopped? And I was quite sad by this, and I'll explain why. And this is actually is generally concerning when you realize that the Wukong game has flopped. So I had someone on my live stream saying, "Well, it flopped because it advertised titties." Like, no, that's not why it flopped. In fact, that's probably one of the reasons why it sold the copies that it did. So, the reason I'm surprised is because the video game had 1 million concurrent players. Like, that's a lot. That is more than Concord. That is more than, what other game they released? There was another shooter, but that flopped as well. And this one had more. Like, it's actually a pretty solid game. Like, if you sell 1 million copies, in my opinion, it's pretty solid. But there are two problems. First of all, the game was sold for $40, which again, it's like, okay, so you're selling a game for $40, and like people aren't happy because it's not like you know, like a AAA $69.99, even though this looks like a AAA. The problem is that it costed $40 million to make and market. So what this tells us is that in the current industry, if you make a video game and it sells 1 million copies, it's not enough. And so what do AAA games do? Well, they raise the price to $79.99. They do all of the bullshit, like buy the deluxe edition and get to play it 4 days early. They do the whole thing where they add loot boxes and they add cosmetics and they add DLC. And this is why. Because apparently 1 million people buying your new IP game is not enough. And I was like, wow, really? Shit. It flopped. And again, you know, it didn't flop like Concord. Concord generally didn't have players. Like, peak concurrent players was like 3,000 or something. Like, that one generally didn't have anyone playing. Assassin's Creed XO, same shit. No, like, this one did have players. Like, people generally bought it, and the people that played it told me they liked it. But it flopped. And it's sad. Younger and modern gamers are pathetic. They are. SRC Maker, thank you for the $5. Ever played the original NES Zelda or Star Tropics? Younger games would just give up. We used to draw maps on notebook paper and share with friends. I miss those times. But no, I never played Zelda because Romania just came out of communism. And we didn't have consoles here because people couldn't afford them. Like, consoles back in the day were insanely expensive. Right? Not just expensive, insanely expensive. Concord just paid with tax money. Yeah. Wukong didn't flop. Wuchang flopped. I mistaken games. Let me check on Discord. Hold on, let me check on Discord. I may be mistaken games. No, the person telling me said Wukong, but I assume like you may be right. They may talk Wuchang. Hold on, let me look it up. So Wukong flopped. no. There's an article on IMDb saying this game gonna flop like Rebirth. No, hold on. Wukong did not flop. It was a massive commercial success, selling over 10 million copies. Okay, right. So, we're not talking about Wukong. We're talking about Wuchang. But it's the same story. Wukong sold 10 million. Okay, so we're not talking about it. We're talking about Wuchang, a different game. But it's the same problem, right? Like, if you sell 1 million copies and it's not enough, because you're not adding loot boxes, because you're not adding DLC, because you're not adding incentives for people to buy the deluxe edition, and it's a single player only game, like you're not adding, like costumes and multiplayer shenanigans and bullshit. Apparently, right, 1 million copies is not enough. Now some games do manage to sell more than 1 million copies. Wukong, for example, Wukong did sell 18 million. So this is why it didn't flop. 18 million is a lot. But Wuchang sold only one. Haven't seen 100 people stream Wuchang. I'll show you what Wuchang is. It's Wuchang Fallen Feathers. I don't know, like maybe people didn't stream it. But it did sell 1 million copies. Like this one is known, right? So it was like about a chick with the plague and shit, and yeah, you get like titties as advertisement. I do know that people played it. Like I don't know about streamers. I don't go on Twitch. I have no idea who streamed it or not. But like no one said that it's bad, right? Like no one that played it said, "Oh my goodness, like this is trash." People should rather drop $70 on the newest Call of Duty or Battlefield slop. Yeah. I guess like the new Call of Duty or Battlefield slop, like people do not buy it because they necessarily like it. The reason they buy it is because they want to stay with their friends and community. So like if you have a community of people that play Battlefield, right? Like you need to buy the new title in order to keep playing with them. Same with Call of Duty. And so I personally like don't even know what are the updates. Cause like okay, so let me put it this way. Maybe you guys can tell me. Most people that play Call of Duty aren't like me. When I used to play Call of Duty, I don't play it anymore. Like they ruined the part that I liked. But the part that I liked was the single player. I know I'm retarded, but like I genuinely did not enjoy the Call of Duty multiplayer at all. The type of multiplayer that I liked were the arena shooters games like Half-Life and Quake. And I hated Quake 3. But I loved Unreal. Okay, so like those were the types of games that I enjoyed. Just extremely fast moving with bizarre weapons. Like that was the shit for me. And then Counter-Strike comes out and they completely like destroy the entire first-person genre. Because after Counter-Strike comes out, every single other game is like slow tactical moving. And with the realism, which again, like it's not bad, but it's not for me. Like I want to strafe, I want to dodge the rocket, I want to show that I'm moving fast, right? But anyway, when Call of Duty came out, I was only playing it for the single player experience. I only liked the single player. And so like for me, one Call of Duty was significantly different than another. Because you have like a new campaign, new weapons, new stuff. Okay. Now, people play Call of Duty for the multiplayer. So they're not like me. I generally like do not know what different Call of Duties bring. Right? Like what is the difference between the last Call of Duty that came out and the one before? Like is it like new weapons? Is it new maps? Is it like a Diablo new season type of thing? That's how I imagine it. It's like you get a new season of Path of Exile. So but you have to play like $60 in order to get it. Arcade shooters keep existing. Which ones? Like after Unreal, like I can't remember any single arcade shooter. Even like what pissed me off the most, and I was actually raging, is that when Doom came out, right, like the first Doom, which was great, You go to the multiplayer, and they do not add the mode that used to exist, where you're just like a guy with a pistol, and you run around and you pick another weapon, and then you collect ammunition and you shoot other people. You don't have that anymore. It's fucking retarded. It's like, why? Instead, it's like one person is a demon and you have like 2 Doom counters that have to kill it. It's like, no. Okay, so a bigger file size. Finally, someone else who understands Call of Duty single player. It's true. You're gonna be degenerate in Call of Duty is the only way to go. Bolt gun is pretty good. I don't like the graphics. I'm sorry, chat. I'm picky. Like, I know what I like, and I want what I like. And if I don't get what I like, I don't play it. Didn't Fortnite take it over? I never played Fortnite. The last game that is kind of similar to what I like is Overwatch. Like Farah, for example. Farah is literally what I like. You get to shoot rockets and people can dodge the rockets. But then they ruined Overwatch. Because, again, like, in the beginning, you have, like, actual characters. Like Soldier 76 or whatever it's called, right? Like, that is the character that I like. You move around, you strafe, you shoot, you reload. That's perfect. Literally perfect. And you need skill, right? Like, you need a little bit of skill. You need to know how to aim. You need to know when to press that little rocket button. Just omoshiroi, ushikushi, Farah, the same. Like, I kind of hated the fact that Farah keeps jumping, keeps flying, right? I like the idea of doing rocket jumps, but still, whatever. The thing is, like, Farah also takes skill. Like, you need to know when you should jump, how to save your fuel, when and how to fire the rockets to make sure that you actually hit people. Okay, that's what I loved. And then they started adding bullshit characters. Just absolutely bullshit characters. Like, for example, the hamster. The hamster requires no aiming. You don't need to aim with that thing. You just press buttons when they're off cooldown. Brigitte, another bullshit character. Like, she doesn't aim. She doesn't need to aim. She's a melee character. She just comes in and does her combo and fucking kills you. Now, again, I'm not upset that, like, I get killed or whatever. Like, that's fine. But, like, what I'm upset is that someone kills me without skill. Like, they don't aim. They don't go for headshots. They don't try to strafe. They just walk towards you because they have a shield. And it's such bullshit. You know, you get to play as Widowmaker in order to, like, have skill and do headshots, which is pretty fucking cool. And then you see a Brigitte that just walks towards you because she's got a shield. And you're like, oh my fucking god. Fucking kill me. And the thing is, like, I'm not the only one that feels this way. I remember watching esports, and even the commentators were cringing. Like, the commentators were feeling my pain. And they were like, okay, well, wow, another bullshit hero. No, it's not about getting good. It's about the fact that there's no point getting good. I get to play Brigitte. That's what I fucking did. Because I was good. I was like Diamond when I was playing Overwatch. So I wasn't like master level, but I was pretty fucking high. Right? And so when you see the bullshit coming out, what do? You play the bullshit. That, like, there's no point in, like, being a masochist. Like, if the character is at a disadvantage, you play the meta. Anyway. Of course I watched esports. Why wouldn't I watch esports? Everyone fucking watched esports. I used to like Day 9. Day 9 was a good StarCraft commentator. I'm wondering if he's still around. The meta is what kills the game. Yeah, but, like, here's the thing. The meta is what the developers create. Like, you don't blame me for playing the game efficiently. Right? If you're giving me an efficient tool, I'm a competitive person. I will play the game in the most efficient manner possible. Now, if the most efficient manner possible is a bad way to play the game, well, that's not my fault. Fucking patch it. And stop adding heroes that are retarded, right? Like, if you have a video game that requires aiming, stop adding heroes that only require cooldowns, like Doomfist. Doomfist, another idiocy. It's like, the guy doesn't aim. The guy just, like, presses buttons when they're off cooldown. It's like, come on. Why are we doing? Not always, but it's up to the decks to fix broken combos. The thing is, it's not that it was a broken combo. The character's design was made for retards. Like, I get a couple of characters that are easy to play so that beginners can get into it, right? So that women can have a character they like. Like, for example, Mercy, right? Mercy is a character that doesn't require aiming, but it still requires strafing. It still requires map awareness. It still requires knowing where to stand. So it's not a completely dumb character. But, like, she's not a difficult character to play like Ana is, which actually requires you to, like, fire those bolts into your teammates and aim. And also, like, there were a couple of things that really pissed me off. Like, for example, Widowmaker, right? Widowmaker was my favorite character because she had tits and ass, but it also requires skill. Like, when you got a headshot, it was pretty fucking cool. The problem with Widowmaker is that her ultimate was useless. The worst ultimate in the game. Now, on the opposite side, you have the guy with the bow. What was his name? Hanji, or whatever the fuck, right? Like, that guy with the bow was doing literally exactly 100% what Widowmaker was doing, right? Like, he is a sniper, which one-shots people if you fire a headshot, and his ultimate was godlike. Like, his ultimate was winning games. And I'm wondering, like, why isn't Blizzard doing anything about it? Like, do they not care? Like, why would you have a character that's insanely difficult to play with an ultimate that does abso-fucking-lutely nothing? Yeah, Hanzo. Because, like, if you think about it, right? Like, how many matches did you not see being won because Hanzo got a good ultimate off? And how many matches you saw won because, like, a Widowmaker used her ability? Which, by the way, is almost only for her an advantage. Gotta run to my next meeting, V. Enjoy the rest of the stream. Why, thank you. I appreciate it. And thank you for the donations. Honestly, if it wasn't for SRC Baker, I would probably not be streaming as much. I do appreciate a lot his sponsorships. Widowmaker's ultimate should be able to let her shoot through shields and armor. I think like that would be too much. I think that would be too much. Or though, would it? Hold on, maybe it wouldn't be too much because Hanzo's ultimate goes through shields. You know what would be the best? If Widowmaker's ultimate allowed you like 3 bullets or something like that do either they kill someone if you hit them, or if you do a headshot it kills anything in the game. I think like that would have been really powerful, right? Like you get an ultimate and maybe you have like a single bullet and you charge it, and once that bullet is charged, Widowmaker, if she gets a headshot, she kills anything. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, a tank, a DPS, whatever. Like, if you hit in that, it doesn't, or maybe it destroys shields as well, right? So, like, if you have a tank with a shield, if you have a Bridget, and she's having a shield, and you're hitting with the ultimate from Widowmaker, the shield explodes, but, like, she doesn't die, right? So the same with Reinhardt. If Reinhardt has the shield and people stay behind the shield, Widowmaker doesn't one-shot them. But like if Widowmaker is in an elevated position and she can actually shoot above Reinhardt's shield and she has her ultimate, I think she should kill him. And I don't see why not. Like there's other ultimates that are more powerful, but like this would be something where you get to display your skill. And it would win games, right? Like you managed to one-shot the enemy tank and now your team manages to push. Why is it too much? How is it better? How is it different than Hanzo's ultimate? Like, Hanzo's ultimate also goes through shields, can also kill Reinhardt, can kill the entire enemy team. I don't think it's too much. Or the one with the wheel, right? Like, the ultimate with the wheel. The ultimate with the wheel can kill, like, 3 or 4 people. It also goes through shields. No, I don't think it's too much. I think it's balanced. I think, like, it would be... Because, like, you have to get the headshot, so it requires skill. It's one person... and it doesn't go through shields. I mean, that would be pretty fucking cool. This is more care than Blizzard has shown in years. I don't know what's happening at Blizzard, honestly. I will say this: I do believe they fixed a lot of the World of Warcraft end game, because now they added certain things that, like for example, in Wrath of the Lich King, I had a world top guild, and there was nothing to do. Like there was literally nothing I had to do in World of Warcraft, and now they fixed that. Like the end game allows you to do Mythic Plus, allows you to pog with raids, with other people, and so you can have alts and characters that you can play without your guild. It's kind of cool. Aydin simped from the E-Spoon, who's a LARPer, who's fine without anonymity, so can't really be too broken about it. What? We dunk on Dev a lot, but Aydin and Spoon aren't morally righteous either. She treated Kraut very poorly before the infamous Worski stream. Good luck in WoW. Thank you. I don't think it's about morally righteous. I don't think like you need to be morally righteous to get monetized on the YouTube. But I do think it's the content that she constantly talks about, right? Like she constantly talks about the Jews, and I think like people at YouTube find that problematic, and so they don't really want the Streisand effect. They don't want to be viewed that they're going after channels that are talking against the Jews, because the current political environment is much different than it used to be, right? Like you have like Twitch and stuff like that, and so, them being, oh, well, we're not really against what you're saying, it's just that you're using repetitive content, kind of clicks. Anyway, chat, I really gotta go. So, thank you so much for the super chats, and thank you for watching the stream. Tomorrow I will be back at my normal hour, 8:30, and I'll see you guys then. Take care.